Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for joining us on the community live stream. My name is Chuck Tomasi, and I am happy to be here today. I am going to walk through a number of things on our community, see what we get. This is completely unscripted, completely unpredictable, to help you not only answer your questions, but get the insights as to how I provide you with those questions. Talk about best practices and keyboard shortcuts and community etiquette, among many other things. You'll get the technical answers, but you'll also get the thought process that goes behind those. Thank you for joining me today. If you're watching this live, please join in. Give me a shout out on the chat on YouTube. We've got our YouTube channel going. Let me get that up there and running. Looks like our live stream is running in the moment. I will bring that up on YouTube. We've got our YouTube channel going. Muted? Yeah, of course. It's never muted by default, is it? Twitch is also running, so let me get my fat head out of the way. And you can say YouTube, there's our YouTube URL. Subscribe to the channel, and you'll get notifications when the stream started. I just got an alert on my watch that said the stream is alerted. You can follow me on... let me give you the Twitter handle. If you follow me or follow the Now community, you will see a Twitter notification when you get that. So good morning to Carolyn Romspert. Thank you for welcoming me back. Had to take a couple of weeks off for some personal time. If I see you at Knowledge, I'll give you the full story. Not a topic for this show. Aspen Now Solutions from Fort Lauderdale. Good morning to you as well. I'm happy to be back here, happy to be able to do this presentation for you. Get that title's running right over my face. I can't see back here. So get that out of the way. Let's see. We also have, I should put up the Twitch screen there for you if you want to watch over on Twitch. Looks like a few people are there. We've got one in Twitch. Good morning to you. Let me know where you are. We don't usually have somebody live on Twitch. We get our viewers at after hours. So thank you for joining us. Again, this is all about ServiceNow developers, admins, questions that they've got. My name is Chuck Tomasi from ServiceNow. I don't know everything there is to know about the platform. It's quite likely that I'm going to learn along with you today. So if I see a question, I think I can tackle it, or I think it's interesting, I'll dive into it. Let me get started by turning off the titles. We'll do more talking about other stuff as we go. So I am going to get logged into the community. And as of, what was it, early February? Excuse me, about a month ago, we switched the community over to the ServiceNow platform. We are no longer on Jive. So there's a number of things that are different. I had thought I signed in. What happened to my single sign-on? It still says I got to sign in. I am also going to be making use of a personal developer instance. You can find one of these over at developer.servicenow.com. This is a free ServiceNow instance. You can use Istanbul, Jakarta, or Kingston. Me, I prefer to use the latest and greatest on Kingston. Go over there, sign up, get a developer instance, play around. If you don't use it for a number of days, it will be reclaimed. So you'll see me jumping over here if I need to reference an instance. There we go. I am logged in. I've got a number of things in the inbox. I'm going to pull that up. I may reference that. I've been keeping up as I had time off, so that doesn't look as bad as it is. I just haven't been updating it here. But I do have one discussion that I want to jump into. I think it was the latest one. Let's start out by looking at all unsolved questions and see what pops up. How can I make secondary service portal public and not prompt SSO? That's almost two questions. Looks like there's a couple of replies in there. Let's take a look, see what's going on with the answers. That's intriguing for me from a service portal and an SSO. My specialty is the platform, custom applications, and integrations. And service portal falls into some of that somewhere. I have three separate service portals, Portal A, Portal B, Portal C. I want Portal A and Portal B to require authentication using single sign-on. I want Portal C to be publicly accessible. Navigating to this portal should not prompt authentication or SSO. What is the best way to achieve this? I've tried listing Portal C on the syspublic table. It's probably not going to work. For portal pages, If you want the public portal, you need to check the public box. Okay. That seems to make sense. And there's one reply. You got to watch for these replies under here. Thanks for the reply. That does appear to work with a single service portal. My situation is a little different, however. We have multiple service portals, a mixed bag of SSO and non-SSO. Oh, because he was saying that's a page. So let's take a look at the service portal. We're going to go over to my developer instance, service portal portals. And there are a couple that are provided out of the box. The one by default is SP. Is there a public field on here? Because you can make pages public. I am in the wrong scope, so everything is nice and read-only. Excuse me. Still cleaning out the morning cobwebs, I guess. I will try not to do that on the air. Go over to global. In case you didn't notice, I have changed cameras around here while I was taking some time off. So hopefully the lighting, I was going to try and broadcast in 1080p this morning because this is a 1080p camera. The old one was 720. And it looked like it was just sucking up the CPU too much. And I hadn't even started broadcasting. So that's intriguing. I don't see a public, but just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. If I go to configure form layout, we'll see all the fields that are available to place on the form. Not that I'm going to do anything to this, but I do not see a public field in here. Interesting. Okay, so how to make a portal public would it be under a related list for user criteria? No user criteria. Maybe I don't have the plugin turned on for user criteria. I didn't think there was a plugin needed, but I could be wrong. My memory is failing me. This instance has been wiped since then. Let me just take another service portal page and see if user criteria is down here. It is not. Is there a user criteria that I put on a page? Related lists. I'll bet there's a plugin that I don't have enabled. I have wiped this instance a couple of times. And go to system definition plugins, or just type plugins in the filter up above. Good morning to everybody who's watching. If you're on your way to work, you guys are lucky. You did the spring ahead thing. Arizona does not change time. I am doing this from sunny Phoenix, Arizona. Well, sun is working on coming up. So now you get this an hour later, which is more likely that I'll have a little larger audience. My audience in India has probably gone home. I used to be 12 and a half hours off of them. Don't know when they changed time or if they changed time. So let's look for user criteria scoped API, service portal, user criteria support. I'm going to activate that plugin. Maybe that'll give me a clue, because I thought, starting in Jakarta, that user criteria on service portal widgets was, or widgets, pages, and portals was available. So this may be a way we can make this public. My question comes is, what happens when you've got a page that is listed as both public, but you're using a public and a non-public portal or a widget? So close and refresh list. Let's go back to portal. This is the way it's done, kids. I just explore around. With a little bit of knowledge, I'm a dangerous person. Portals. Service portal. And now we should have, I don't know if it's going to put it on there by default. Nope. Let's go to configure related lists. And I still don't see user criteria. What did I miss? What did I miss? I'm going to have to go check my notes. Let's go back to a page. Maybe it's not available for portals? I thought it was. Am I missing it somewhere? Not seeing it? Did it not enable the plugin? Did I do something wrong there? It's like watching a bad demo now. Plugins. Slow browser, take a drink. Okay. Search for anything that contains service portal. And I should have service portal. Was it not service portal user criteria? All right. That's not what I searched for the first time. Let's go like this. Criteria. Service portal user criteria support is active. User criteria scoped API. Maybe? It didn't say it was a dependency. All right. Close and refresh. That was a small plugin. The other option I can do is log out, log in. I know you have to do that when you turn on the list v3 plugin. So maybe. Let's see. Anyone watching live? Thoughts, ideas? Portal. Let's go back to portal. Service portal portals. Pull up the main one. And just to make sure I don't have scroll down, still loading related list. Configure related list. I wonder if it's not in there because let's go like this. User criteria. I'll stop that. Cursor jumping around. User criteria, service catalog user criteria. Now these should be the same list of user criteria. Yes, leave this page. I accidentally typed something to ruin the name. And okay, so I have user criteria defined. Service portal administrator, SP admin. So why do I not have? All right, let's look at the doc site. This is when it gets a little crazy. Docs, Kingston. Come on, I click Kingston. I did. Search for service portal user criteria. And create a user criteria record for service portal. We'll take a look at that, open in a new tab. Activate the user criteria for the plugin. I did that. Set the user criteria service portal system property. That sounds like something encouraging. Maybe there's a property that needs to be turned on. And service portal properties. Enable user criteria records instead of roles for service title, service portal. So let's go to service portal. Slow browser. Take a drink. There's actually two latencies going on. One is with the video machine and the other is with the internet. Menus, headers, properties. There it is. Service portal properties. Mr. TV 2013, what is the question? The question is he's got 3 service portals. He wants to make 2 that are logged in via SSO and 1 public. And was looking for a way to make a portal public. And the first person came back with a screenshot of a page and checked the public page. And I'm saying we could probably do that with user criteria on the service portal stuff, which is right there. So I am going to start building my response with this piece of screenshot. And start my response. I recommend turning on the plugin for service portal user criteria, checking the property under service portal. I'm making this recommendation. I haven't tested it yet. Properties. Ding. And then create a public user criteria, add it to the portal. Note, you may have to add the user criteria related list to apply it. And selected links go here, like that one. Ding. And that one, this one. Copy link, paste link. That's not where I want to paste the link. Paste the link. All right, let's finish this science experiment up. So I've activated the property, saved it. Mouse battery's low. Okay. Say your mouse battery prayers. It's going to be a close one today. I may have to get out of this chair, go off screen, and get some batteries if this thing really runs dry. Let's see. Okay, portals. Service portal. Open that one up. Now, I don't suspect, they didn't add the related list yet. Configure related lists. I still don't see user criteria related list for a portal. Do I see it for a page? Something is rotten in Denmark. I'm missing something very simple. Okay, here's a page. Can view. Maybe that's what I was looking for. No, it's not called user criteria. They're listed as something else, like can view and can't view. Yeah, I'm thinking the wrong thing. Because the related lists have different names in the service catalog as well. All right, let's try that. Let's go back to portals. Good thing I didn't post that yet. And do we have a related list? Configure related list. It's still early. I have announcements, attachments, auto record, delete application, no. Descendants, no. Updates, versions, no. Huh. Okay. User criteria for service portal. Let's take a look. Converting. User criteria is perform service portal. Learn about these from catalog and knowledge. Set the property to true. Okay, user criteria checks. Page access criteria. User tries access. It's on the page level. There's no portal level? Ah, that bites. Okay, so what is there? Let's take Dr. Obvious approach. Okay. Service portal public. What's it got to say about that? Viewing publication from consumer service portal, customer service portal. Customer service portal is a web interface based on service portal application. Portal includes much the same functionality. It's not really public because you got to authenticate to it. Let's take a look. Customer service management actually does do this. Customer service portal web interface, content management system, notification link, customizing the service portal. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I thought user criteria was, I'm going to take a look at my notes real quick from Jakarta. Pardon me while I jump to another screen. Tag TUI, tag Jakarta, criteria. All right, Jakarta TOI. Service portal. User criteria. Background. How does this feature work? You can white or blacklist for a page, a widget, search source, or widget instance. Nope. No user criteria on service portals. Well, that's interesting. I am not seeing a way to do that, unfortunately, but it was a good research project, wasn't it? All right, get rid of this. That's not going to get them anywhere. Yeah, what I can do is say I've spent about 20 minutes digging around my PDI and the docs and information from the product management team, and it appears that there is no user criteria support or a public checkbox on the portal. Portal is always going to be available to the public by default, if memory serves. Let's try that. Let's go to an incognito screen and go to my dev portal /sp. I don't think it makes me log in first. Oh, it does. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I've ever gone into a service portal without credentials. So let's make a public page. Okay, so it doesn't go to... When you say you want to make it public, does that mean you want all the content to be available without credentials? If so, ACLs are going to be your biggest enemy right now. Challenge. By offering guest access to whatever underlying data is there. Please help me understand the use case of Portal C. Interesting. Good morning to those who have just joined. Hey, give me a shout out on the chat room in YouTube or Twitch if you're there. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, stay informed. I attempt to do this every day, barring any personal business or business travel or what have you. Let's go to the next one. Change module. Not very descriptive, so we will take a look at that. Can I able to integrate my own telephony software in ServiceNow? Depends. I haven't done telephony integrations too much. I think that would have hit me at some point. Two tables field value comparing. Variables in record producer. Some of these look interesting. Maybe be able to attack them. Maybe just get clarification on what the question is. How to get new rich text editor in my environment. Let's see what they're talking about. Service portal ticket conversation on change client script in service portal record producer should make variables read-only. REST inbound integration. Let's take a look at a few of these, see what we get before we move on. Many of them have replies. Are there any unreplied? Let's take a look and see if there's anything recently unreplied. Backing out on LDAP loads, skipped records during upgrade. We'd be able to take a look at that. We just upgraded Kingston. Normally we have thousands of skip records to review. We've done 2 other upgrades. This time we have less than 1,000. We have about 1/10 of what we had each time in the past. Has anyone else had this happen? Am I missing something? Show me a screenshot. Reply. Hi, David. Starting in Jakarta, there's a new related list in the upgrade history that allows you to see, I don't remember what the name is. Let's find out. Let's go to my personal developer instance, upgrade history. Pretty familiar with this as I've been writing a white paper on that's going to show up on our Customer Success Center. Upcoming Customer Success Center, system upgrade history. I don't know where the Kingston one was. I upgraded to Kingston so long ago. Let's get rid of this NA business here. There we are. Patch 0 to patch 1. That'll do. Skip changes to review. That's what it was called. What skipped changes need reviewing? It's called skipped changes to review. Picture time. Let's take a look at that. Nope, wrong screen. That. Nope, wrong screen. Too many tabs. I get confused very easily. Okay, paste that. You can use the list filter to take out priority 5, for example, and get a much smaller list of things to review that really matter, i.e. it skips sys documentation records. Documentation records, which include things like field label changes. Not critical for testing and review, right? All right, let's see if that helps move the conversation along. Don't know. New CIS exam pattern. Never use current dot update. This is one that I want to take a look at before we get too far. While I'm at this convenient break point, I want to remind you that Knowledge, see if my hotkey is working. There it goes. Knowledge 18 is coming up if you haven't already signed up. May 7th through 10th in Las Vegas at the Venetian. We are putting together some really awesome plans. I will be there. Hope to see you there. Whether you're a developer, admin, enterprise architect, I encourage you to go. There is something for everybody in terms of content, sessions. Most of the sessions, I don't know if you know this, most of the sessions, like 80 or 90% of them, are customer delivered. There's stories, there are labs, there information about what customers are doing, so you can learn from your peers in other organizations. It's a great time. I also encourage you to check the checkbox. I suspect most of you are developers. And check the checkbox that says CreatorCon so that you can gain that content as well. It's like bonus content by going to Knowledge. No extra cost. You get all of this just by checking the box. If you don't check the box and you walk up and say, hey, I want to see the thing on REST APIs, or I want to go to the IoT lab, you're not going to be able to get in unless you check that checkbox for CreatorCon. So very important that you do that. I encourage you, sign up. Numbers are going up. I mean, not the price numbers, but people are attending. More and more people. It's looking great. Like I said, I will be there. We'll be doing not one, not two, but 3 TechNow live sessions. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 12:30. Look forward to seeing you there. First day, we're going to build something. Second day, we're going to integrate it with something or connect it. And the third day, we're going to mobilize it, make it pretty, make it user-friendly. So come and see what we're going to build out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to take a process that nobody likes and make it somewhat enjoyable. You never know. So I look forward to seeing you there. Have I forgotten anything else? No, I think we're good for now. Let's go back to the main screen. We had a discussion about never using current.update in a business rule. And Goran started this quite a while ago, and it continues to be a thread of discussion. And the most recent thread that we got in this morning was, not that one. It goes on and on. In fact, why don't I open that in a new tab? It's going to be easier to read. I apologize for the scrolling. I know that gets a little nauseating when you're looking at stuff. Can I open that in a new tab? I can click Goran's name. Well, come on. We used to be able to click the title and open a new tab. Where is it? Can I click here? No. Well, then I apologize. I gotta go scrolling again. All right, scroll to the bottom. I don't like disappearing scroll bars. That is not the last response. It must be embedded in a response down here. Something that I've already given feedback to the community team. Like when I have a response that says, now I got the email with the details. He included a business rule script, and it's in here somewhere, and you got to drill in and find it. And there's 2 responses from 2 years ago. Where is comment 20? Will this show me all 20 comments? No. This says, hey, I want to comment now. So this is kind of frustrating to me. I am going to see, it didn't even mark that one unread. So good. Actually, I do want to mark that unread because I will come back to it on my laptop where I can actually click it from my email. That's disappointing that I can't access that quickly enough. So we're still working on some features and enhancements. If you've got feedback about the way that the community software is functioning, you can actually, there is a workspace, a forum on here about community feedback. So you can use the community to give the community development team information about that. Looking forward to, Espen Now Solution says, looking forward to speaking at Knowledge 18. I look forward to seeing what you got. What's your session on? I'll give you a quick plug for it. Mine, my one and only speaking session is an IoT lab at CreatorCon, session CCW0345, about integrating an Amazon Dash button, one of these guys, with an IoT device. And I should be getting hardware in the next week or so. I can start building out the rest of my lab guide. All right, I have a requirement that instead of a default in change module, ticket will be change, it will be RFC something. You can adjust system number maintenance. Yeah, that's easy enough. Changing numbers. But I thought there was another way you could do it within the tables. You don't have to go to system number maintenance. You could go to the table definition as well. I'm going to offer yet another way. Remember when, if you add to a thread and you're not typing at the same time as somebody else, obviously there's no way you can tell whether I'm typing or somebody else is looking at that record and making comments. So there's likely to be duplicate answers for the same thing. But if you come along an hour or a week later and you're contributing to a thread, make sure you're contributing something new and unique. Don't just spout the same information and hope for the best. They've already heard that. It's nice to have confirmation that, yes, person A and person B have given me the same answers. I am going to offer some different angle for this. So if you go to System Definition Tables, find the table. Yes, here we go. There we go. Tables, and columns. I don't know if you've ever seen that, what I just did. I typed a search in the navigation filter and it looked like it didn't do anything for searching. It came up with something random. I noticed that, I think it was Goran did this on one of his videos. He just removed it and retyped it, and the filter worked. I've told the product development team, the UI team, that this issue exists. So hopefully it will be fixed. But I just learned that workaround recently. It was driving me nuts. Go to System Definition Tables, find your table, and in your table, for example, I am going to go to the Meetup app, and somewhere in here I have a table called something Meetup. And if I look at that table, under controls, there are the number prefixes. Okay. So change module. Who wrote this? I like to be a little personal. I want to respond to this. They didn't use their real name, just a handle. If you are on the community, remember, be nice, set your display name, go into your profile, set your display name. Mine was originally C. Tomasi. I believe I've changed it so that people can refer to me as Chuck. Hi. Another option is to go to the table definition under System Definitions, Tables. Find your table, open the record, and in the controls section of the form, set the prefix field. Paste. Okay. Note, only records created after you make your change will have the new prefix. All existing records will still start with CHG. Be sure to communicate to people that CHG and RFC records are the same, or you could have confusion. If you need to rename the old record, redo the prefixes on the old records, you can do that with a quick script. Let us know and we can help. Pretty simple stuff. Ting. Not going to write that right now because I don't like renumbering records or changing the prefix on records once it's been established. It's one thing to do it at the beginning, of course. All right, Aspen Now Solutions, session BRE0071. Is BRE a breakout session? Unlock the power of ServiceNow automating and trusting ServiceNow SLA engine. Ooh, good topic, SLAs. Which has nothing to do with the Symbionese Liberation Army of the 70s. Remember the Patty Hearst story? It's on Netflix, by the way. Or no, it was on CNN recently. What a messed up story that was. If you're old enough to remember that stuff. Can I able to integrate my own telephony system in ServiceNow? I'm looking for possible ways to integrate own soft phone software in ServiceNow. Is it possible to integrate own CTI soft phone in ServiceNow? One integration. Your soft phone software is support REST or web service. If your software support any web service, then we can easily integrate both. Let's take a look at the docs. I'm going to be here on a docs page. CTI integration. CTI integration with tasks, case routing, case form. Start with tasks. CTI soft phone component can be integrated with other task entities of the platform. workflow can be integrated. The call center for incident management workflow, demo workflow is available for customer service CTI demo data plugin. Incoming, outgoing calls are logged in phone log. The call logs also appear in the inactivity. I don't know that actually gives the answer of doing a third-party integration or what it does, but let's take a look at this. I offer the following documentation. I never checked. Does it turn those into clickable links? No. I knew that. I forgot. Can I edit that real fast? Nobody likes to copy and paste links. Let's do this. Maybe the email app, if it mails it to their email client, it probably does. CTI integration with tasks. There we go. Insert link, paste link, couple extra steps that I will have to remember. And we are getting close to the top of the hour. It is, well, it's like 1:45. Okay, my time. I don't know where you are or what time zone you're in. Most of the world's time zones are synced on the hour, but not all of them. Two tables field value comparing. I'm trying to get the record serial number names which is not same value in the cost field value of two tables. Wow, I'm already confused, but let's see what's happening. Need to check all record details in asset table. Requirement that asset table cost field value is mostly same in computer table records. The records having same serial number for both tables would sync the values in tall E field. It might be in all the fields. There are some records which is showing different in the cost value and asset number, and I am already confused. Computers test one asset. This is something between the CMDB and an asset, and I think that's where I'm getting confused. There are 4 replies. Can you please check if there are any default values set for cost? All right, I'm leaving that one alone. I'm not big on asset or CMDB. I can help with scripting records if I understand what the requirement is, but I don't understand the requirement there. I have a record producer. I have placed this script in the script area, but it don't show in order of variables. For varn producer, if v starts with IO, and producer v not equal false, producer v not equal empty, producer v not equal no, producer v not equal none. Question dot get, what is the requirement? What do you want to achieve? That's my best first question. Yeah, I'm 6 replies. There was 1 reply here. The order in which the variables are there. I want the description field to be populated with the variables in the same way, but in order. Var 1 is first, var 2 is second. Why do you want the variable values in the description? Okay, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of having the variables values in the description? Can you just, how many variables are there? Ten? 3? 300? It might be easier to just create a small function that says that checks the value and tells you if you should print it or not. Hard code them in the order you want and create a function. X if print var producer dot var1, then current dot description plus equals var1 equals var1 producer dot var1. Your print var function can just do the if null, if false, if none, checking, etc. Return false if it hits one of those empty values, and return true otherwise. Still not sure what the main requirement is, but hey, try to help push the ball down the field a little bit. Barath says, hi Chuck, how are you? I am feeling much better than I was a couple of weeks ago. We'll leave it at that. Happy to be here. Very happy to be here. And very happy to have you here. Thank you very much for asking. Doing great. How to get new rich text editor to my environment. I'm going to refresh this page since it was over a half hour since I opened this up, and sometimes replies come in that I did not see. You have 21 views, 2 replies. Now that the community is on the ServiceNow platform, how can I get this new text editor that includes a shortcut for my users to insert and edit samples into my instance too? As in, what is the button that needs Tiny MCE editor? This is not the Tiny MCE editor. Check these UI actions on your instance. This will help you. Sys UI action list is permanently rich. You must understand the editor they're using on the community is newer than the one in Kingston. The rich editors are already on. What you see in the community is a service portal widget. What you see in the standard UI is Tiny MCE. I thought you could add widgets to the Tiny MCE though. That it does look an awful lot like Tiny MCE, and I thought there was a way. Let me look. Configure Tiny MC. Oops. Tiny MC sounds like a DJ. Configure Tiny MCE to allow JavaScript in URLs. To allow deprecated tags, table functions, editing functions in the Tiny MCE editor, configure field editor. Let's see, configure the HTML toolbar. That sounds like it. UI properties, Tiny MCE, v4 toolbar line 1 and v4 toolbar line 2. Formatting, table functions, edit extended functions. Link, unlink, cleanup, full screen. I don't see anything about code or script. No, 1 through 4. 4 mentions of script here. Description, no. To allow JavaScript URLs, no. Yeah, see, that's not the Tiny MCE editor. This screenshot right there doesn't match that. Back, forward, paragraph, bold, italics, alignment, buttons, back, forward. Some of that stuff is on here, and it looks very, very similar. I'm going to send this along. Tiny MCE has some configuration capabilities. I haven't seen anything that allows script formatting. Is that what it was? Insert code sample. Be nice. Do that. Docs, configure the HTML toolbar. Take a look here. And paste link. Insert code sample. I'm going to do a quick Google search. Tiny MCE code sample. Code sample plugin. The code sample plugin lets users insert and embed syntax highlighted code snippets. Is that something that customers can do? Wow, that's a tiny font. Code sample plugins lets user do this. Plugin demonstrates. Where is that configured though? Okay, I also found this, but I don't think it's a customer configurable thing without Service Portal. Also found this. Don't believe it's something customers can configure. Tiny MCE code sample plugin. Link. Paste. You can always check with customer support here. Hey. Oh. Wrong macro. And there it is. Take that part out. All right, that takes us to the top of the hour. One reminder, just want to encourage you again to sign up for Knowledge if you haven't done so already. Bring that back up. Yes, there it is. Got some latency issues today. Sign up for Knowledge, check the checkbox that says CreatorCon. Go over to the developer portal and get yourself a personal developer instance. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, as you see there on the URL. You're probably already watching. Subscribe, you get notifications, not only of this, but much, much other content. My name is Chuck Tomasi, the ServiceNow guy with the red bow tie. You can follow me on Twitter at @ctomasi. Look forward to seeing you there. Connect with me on LinkedIn as well. Lots of news stories to share. Lots of good stuff about ServiceNow and the ecosystem and other good information. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I look forward to seeing you at Knowledge. We'll have many, many other of these conversations along the way. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.